north of Armidale. By connecting that generation itself, we are going to improve the stability in the transfer between Queensland and New South Wales. So that was a good example of saying that the new generation comes in, we have in our foremost of in our mind the stability of the network. Before connecting, we do that one. Similarly, when we were replacing the Armidale SVC, we look at its control system and we look at what kind of new things we can do to improve the stability through the Armidale SVC. So we are always, when we are doing the connection, new connections or replacements, we keep stability improvements in our mind. So please keep your mind at rest on that.
Question at the front with Paul.
Thank you very much.
You're on. You're on.
Excuse me. Thank you very much for an interesting set of presentations. And a question, I think, for sorry? Oh, Paul Burke from the Department of Industry, New South Wales Government. Perhaps for AEMO and for Anthony as well, you're seeing uses of network or non-network solutions with respect to solving the reliability challenges posed by more wind coming onto the system around the world, for example in Texas, using demand response to make sure that the ramps coincide and there's no untoward fluctuations in the system. Not that I'm an engineer. I'm just wondering, do you see non-network solutions as a means of increasing wind penetration in the future, and how does AEMO view that, for example?
Short answer from me is yes.
Yeah, look, thank you for your question. I'm probably not best placed to answer that on behalf of AEMO. I mostly focus on the forecasting department, but we'll take that on notice and we can get back to you.
Last call for questions before we close out the panel. No? Okay. Thank you very much to the speakers. I will just invite Gerard up just for closing out of the session.
I just wanted to say in closing, thank you all for attending our Transmission Annual Planning Report Forum this afternoon. Hopefully it's been an informative session and it's given you an idea of some of the challenges that are facing the New South Wales network. Just to recap, Peter talked to us about the revenue determination. We've certainly let you know what we believe that is and what it means to us. Hopefully we've tried to show you how we're acting as a sensible business in managing what we've got from the regulator and how we actually run the business and keep it safe, secure and reliable, just the way you would expect us to run it. I'd like to highlight again that we're really trying to work hard with renewable energy proponents around the state to make sure that New South Wales is a destination for renewable energy projects and that people want a site in this state, which we think is important. We think it's important for regional development as well, as these projects bring a lot of money into the regional areas. We also hope that we've been able to show you that we do have the engineering capability running here as well, and that we've put up some elegant solutions to some problems which have required less capital expenditure and has probably been different to what we might have done in the past. The other thing I want to leave you with is that, look, the load growth at the moment is flat. AEMO have told you again today that this is what we're seeing. But I guess I just want to leave you with that last piece that says, but we're still talking about some other things that are happening in New South Wales. We're still talking about the government priming the economy by putting in $20 billion worth of infrastructure. And I don't think we've really fully looked at that and understood exactly what the implications of that are. We're still having discussions about things like electric vehicles and asking ourselves, well, what does that really mean? I was just saying to Georgina at the break, I mean, one of the issues with the AEMO figures is that it is on an aggregate basis, which includes things like Tomago smelter, which chews up a lot of energy. So if you take that out, it goes from being 0.2 something to something different. I mean, let's face it, a lot of the electric vehicles are likely to be here in Sydney because it's an affluent area. People are likely to be able to afford it, shorter trips, etc. So would it be expected that we'd see a very high concentration of them in this Sydney Basin area? Look, it's quite possible. I don't think any of us have really done the research to understand. So I just want to say in closing that I think we've put together a report that shows you what's happening on the network. We've delivered all the projects that we said we'd deliver last year. We've got a bright future going forward. A lot of our capital works going forward really is in our renewal and replacement areas, but we have a very strong focus to look at augmentations, and as Andrew pointed out, we're really trying to combine our augmentations, our replacements into the same area to get the best economic outcome for the network. So thank you all this afternoon for your attention. Thank you.
Okay, before we let you go, just a couple of things. In your bag there is a feedback form which we kindly ask you to fill out. It takes no more than a couple of minutes. Based on today's forum, we'd love your feedback as it helps us to continuously improve. Over the next couple of weeks we will be in touch again, and we will send you copies of the presentations that we've put up today, which will be available on our website in a couple of weeks' time. And at that point we will be issuing out another survey which is more about the report itself, the document, once you've had a chance to digest it. Again, a way for us to improve that process. Thank you very much for your time. Tea and coffee, and I have confirmed it, is now available outside. Thank you.